There are lots of videos and blog posts on the net claiming that they can tell you how to get a Pass A at CELTA. I'm Joga Conga from elttraining.com. I'm an experienced tutor and assessor, and I'm here to give you some bad news and some good news about this. The bad news, and the rather harsh truth that you might not want to hear, is that you're almost certain not to get a Pass A at CELTA. They don't give them out very easily. The good news is that you can learn how to do the very best that you can do and achieve the best result for you. And that I can help you with. Before we start, there's a word of warning. This will involve hard work. There are no shortcuts. But if you're prepared for this and you want to give it your best, keep watching. The first thing to think about is that CELTA is a criteria-based course, so everybody could get a Pass A. Everybody could get a Pass B, a pass or a fail. You're graded in relation to the criteria which are publicly available, and we'll look at them in a minute, not on your relation to other people on the course. Cambridge do produce statistics though of results, and worldwide about 5% of candidates get an A. About 20% get a B, most people pass, and about 5% of people either withdraw or fail. This low failure rate is not because the course is easy, it's because there's a really rigorous application procedure, including an application form and an interview. So centres are not supposed to take on candidates unless they're pretty sure that they can pass. So if you've been accepted onto a course already, you should already be quite pleased with yourself. Something else that's important to remember is that a pass isn't just a pass. A lot of the people that I train are academic high flyers. They're used to doing very well in academic situations. They've probably got university degrees, certainly very often that's the case. And they feel as if they don't get a Pass A or a Pass B, then they haven't really passed. You really need to lose this mindset. A pass is just fine. And a pass is also a very wide grade, from I'm just about through this course and I'm just about safe to let loose in a classroom, to I nearly got a B and I'm just can't quite get all the balls up in the air at the moment, but I will pretty soon with a bit more practice. This difference is reflected in the report that the centre will give you at the end of the course, and employers look at this, especially first-time employers. So it's really worth putting the best you can into it. The effort will pay off. Another thing that you should keep in mind is that it's an initial teacher training qualification. You're not supposed to know everything there is to know about teaching at the end of it. Think of it as a first aid certificate rather than a medical degree. So let's have a look at the things that Cambridge say you need to achieve in order to get the various grades. These aren't a secret. They'll be given to you when you start the course, along with the 42 criteria that make up these assessment performance descriptions. The assessment's designed to be very fair and very standard and very transparent. It's not about did my tutor like me? It's about did I match up to what Cambridge want? There are 5 areas to the performance descriptors: planning, teaching, awareness of learners, reflection, and an overall category. Note that these are all about what happens in the classroom. You do have to pass the assignments, but the main grading is to do with your classroom performance. CELTA's not about knowing how to teach, it's actually being able to do it in the classroom. To achieve a particular grade, you need to match up to the criteria in all of those categories at the end of the course. So let's have a look at what they say. For planning, this is what it says for a pass. So you can see you can have help with your planning from your tutor and pass the course. Your ability to analyse language has to be adequate, and the resources that you select generally appropriate. The difference for a Pass B candidate is that the guidance is less, your language analysis is good, and you should be able to select appropriate resources all of the time. The step up for a Pass A candidate is only needing minimal guidance and being able to thoroughly analyse language. These two are really key. So your knowledge of grammar and your ability to anticipate what will be difficult for learners as well as planning more independently, are often what tutors look for in giving higher grades. So that's planning. What about teaching? These are the descriptors for a pass. For a Pass B and a Pass A, you can see that things have to be more consistent. For both grades, the descriptors are the same here, which is interesting, I think. The next area is awareness of learners. This is an important area for teaching. So for a pass grade, you need to show some awareness of learners and some ability to respond. For a B, you need to show a better level of this, and even more so for an A. The next area is reflection, and it's another area that's often key to a higher grade. The course isn't very long, you only teach for 6 hours, and we want to see that you're aware of what you do and that you can learn from it. For a pass, you can reflect on some key strengths and weaknesses and generally use them to develop. For a Pass B, you'll need to be more targeted in your reflection. And for a Pass A, you'll need to show that you can consistently act on what you're able to see. The overall final bands are almost a summary of the rest, really. So if we look at this, a pass is a satisfactory level, a B is a good level, and an A is an excellent level. As I said at the beginning, no one can guarantee you a Pass A, whatever they say. But over the next few days, I'm going to be releasing videos with some really solid, concrete tips as to what to do to maximise your potential on the course, so that you don't just survive CELTA, but you go through it with flying colours. They do all involve work, but I hope they're helpful.